Good morning, everyone. It's Laura T. at Dream Deals 123 on eBay and the Silver Owl Thrifter on YouTube. And I'm going to talk about what I sold last night and a few other things. I made $76 last night. Let's find out how much is profit. I sold this copper bottom vintage Revere Ware 1801 Paul Revere copper 10.5-inch frying saute pan brass handle. Brass handle. I don't see a brass handle. Wait a minute. Did I grab the wrong one? Hold on here. Okay, this is not the one. See? This is what I do. Okay, I've got to go find this one, but I'm sure I have it back there because I don't, yeah. Because I was picking up a lot of these Revere Ware copper bottom because those are nice. But let me tell you what I will tell you about this. The lady asked me if it wobbled when I had it, if it just stayed flat. So that's something that people don't want, is a wobbly pan. And not all Revere Ware is the same. The copper bottom like this, I'm finding is what people are looking for. I'm not doing a lot of pots and pans anymore, mostly because I'm moving and they take up a lot of space. Still keep an eye out for, and I was doing a lot of Revere Ware with the copper bottoms, but they're kind of slow moving, and I think it's got very saturated. But we are selling some now that it's like holiday season and people are cooking. I sold this witch book. Let me go back here. My thing here. Witch World by Andre Norton, Ace 89702, 1963. Just came in a bunch of free books. $12 and made $6 on that. So I made 76 gross and 38 net, which is about half, 50%. That's about what I like to do. I wasn't here yesterday, so I'm sorry I missed a video. Talk about that a little bit in a minute. And I made 22 yesterday gross. I don't think I've ever had a gross number that low, and $9 net. 76 gross today, 38 net. So I've made 46,267 grosses here, 23,269. And these are just my numbers that I'm writing down every day. I think when I check eBay's numbers, they're pretty close. So, it really doesn't matter exactly what I'm making because we're all so different. So I'm just giving you a overview of kind of what one eBayer's store and process looks like, warts and all. But yeah, I mean that is part of it because there are lots of stuff comes up when you're selling on eBay. When you're running your own business and doing your own thing, it's very different than working for somebody else. And can be some stress involved, as you all probably know. Yesterday, well, let me see what I made a couple of notes here. Yesterday, one of the reasons I made so little is I had to cancel an order because I did not have the item in stock. This was a pair of Wilson's leather pants, size 10, that I have had since before I moved last time, 5 years ago. And I could swear I had seen them lately, which was driving me nuts because sometimes lately and forevermore, I am going to, if there are these items that are in 2018 listing started, you know what I mean, I'm going to make sure, especially if I get an offer, well, what I need to do is go and check all of those and make sure I have them. And that's a next year project because I'm really going to get organized and get a new inventory system. I have to. It's just, this is ridiculous. And it's just going to haunt me forever. I keep thinking it's got to end sometime. It'll end when I do a new inventory system. So long story short, it's a long story because it covers something else we've been kind of discussing, and that's about taking low offers. So I get these pants. Never had any interest in them, never any offer. Lowered the price 50%. Got a low offer, but Chris was in California, and I think I had fairly low shipping on this for leather pants, $6.95. $7.99 would have been better because they're probably going to go in a padded, in some kind of a flat rate, I would imagine. So, but to California, so that way I guarantee if it's going to California. So I think in my head, well, these are going to be $8 to ship. She offered $5, and with $5.95 shipping, it was like, that's just, I don't know. And it looked like it had some watchers, even though when you've had it for 5 years, the watchers really don't mean anything. But anyways, I did count her, and we ended up at $7.99, which was $3 more than she started. And I was okay with that. I felt like that was a little win. So I took the offer without checking. That's what I was getting to too. I need to, every time I get an offer from long ago, I need to check. The recent stuff, I know it's here somewhere. I just know it is, because where would it go? Well, it does go other places sometimes. Sometimes family and friend, I say, go shop Mom's store, go shop the store, take whatever you want. And sometimes I think I forget to write it down, which is problematic, but not very much, you know. I just rack my brain as to why this happens. Anyways, so that was frustrating. I had to cancel them. I did ask him, would he like a replacement? He said no, and that's fine. Take the hit. Hopefully I won't lose my... I'm okay with being above standard and top rated. I like being top rated, of course, but I was once below standard for a little while, and that's not good. They did send me I'm supposed to go to above standard from top rated next time, but they sent me a note and said they were going to give me another month to try to get the numbers up, so that was nice. Okay, my daughter and granddaughter and my daughter's husband are here visiting, so that's great. They came in yesterday. That was another reason why I was a little bit didn't get a video up, but yeah, the other thing that happened was my doctor died, and he was like a friend too. He was a very, very great doctor who cured people. And to give you the idea of the kind of doctor he is, my first visit with him, intake visit, was 4 hours. We just talked and talked and talked. He took all the history, and he would work with like supplements and nutrition and diet to really heal people. And he had so many people that he healed, all kinds of illnesses. People would come in on 25 different prescriptions, and he would get them down to like 2 or something like that. And he was a regular doctor. He wasn't just like a nutritionist or a chiropractor. I mean, they're all doctors, but you know what I mean. He had been a surgeon, and he was tired of the way everything was just either cut off or you were given a pill. And I had been going through some very bad digestive problems and things like that, which I'll talk about at another time. I do have a TikTok on it about how I cured my ulcer with cabbage juice. You heard me. And anyways, he was older, you know. He was, I think, hard to tell because he took care of himself. So, but he could have been anywhere from 80 to 95, I guess. And so that was not unexpected, but sad. And his wife called me, and yeah, he was a great man. So one thing I wanted to share that he was very big on, and he also always told me, just tell everybody what I tell you, Laura, because he knows everybody can't get that kind of information. And so one of the things that I would say is, if you've ever heard of Lugol's iodine, you should take Lugol's iodine. He felt that lots of problems were caused by lack of iodine, lots of like thyroid issues and brain fog. And honestly, my daughter was feeling some brain fog, and we were thinking it was kind of the long COVID, but I said, do you take iodine? You taking the iodine? And she said no. And she took 5 drops in like juice for a couple of days and said she's feeling much better. So it's very good. It has a nasty taste, so you got to put it in juice or something. So that is my suggestion, is to take glucose iodine. Nothing to do with eBay, but everything to do with eBay, right? Everything. Our health is everything. So I do have lots of stuff to talk about with health that I'll talk about more. Not that I'm an expert on it, but I've had my share of things that I've had to work through, and lots of times it gets fixed by things you maybe wouldn't think about. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.